Now are you with me on this?
Okay.
So, when you...
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You must educate yourself in physics.
This is a physics...
Because the more you're trying to get something, the less you're gonna get it, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. So, in the same respect...
You desperately need an acknowledgement
I don't
or something
need a,
coming
I
to
don't
you.
need a fucking acknowledgement.
Isn't that what you just said?
I don't need an acknowledgement. I didn't even, when you came back, you didn't even give me a moment to like start to get my own shit together. So instead, you came back and you were literally Betty Davis. You were like,
in what form?
the drama. You were like, there was drama. You came back into town and there was drama. Like emotion and drama.
What?
And
I've been happy since I've gotten
you're
home.
always happy. You're a happy person. This is like, there was just like kvetching and tears and drama and this and that.
Tears?
You see, you don't even remember any of it.
I cried? When did I cry? I said I'm tired. I cried. I was tired.
Yeah.
Well, we were in a finance meeting.
Okay.
I was tired.
Okay. So, you know what's... So
hang on. Let me just... Okay. Can I point something out?
Please, point it all out.
So you had gone to Yosemite with Story.
I took our son to Yosemite on a big boy camping trip.
Okay.
And it was fucking gnarly.
Now, I just want to point out, if you want to talk about fucking drama...
Point it out.
Do you realize... I don't know if you've noticed. Every time you do an excursion... From the like film seminar down in fucking...
You just talk about this film seminar. I don't even remember this film seminar. Was this
No,
1943?
to Yosemite, to you get sick. And you come back with fucking drama of illness.
You know what's...
Every single time.
You know what sucks?
It's as if...
You know what sucks about this? Our friend who does the camera is Moo. And me and Moo went to Whitehorse.
Oh, did he get sick too in Whitehorse?
And he had a day of excursions planned for us in the Arctic. And I got sick one day.
Oh, interesting.
And he got really bummed out at me. He was like,
Every single time.
I had a dog ride. I had an ice. I don't even know that. What are the things that you had? You had some really romantic stuff planned for us. And I had to. There was like midnight Aurora Borealis runs.
See the Northern Lights, and they're filming a short movie.
And I got sick
every fucking time.
So
I find it interesting that when I go out of town and I come back, I hit the ground running, not ill. You're like, wah, wah.
Yeah.
And you go out of town, get sick, come back sick, and you need like a week to recover from your big trip because you're so sick. So that's your version.
Just fucking stop it. Just fucking stop it.
Because I'm right.
Just fucking stop it. And the other day you hit all this. I don't know. You hit some apex of emotion the other day, and then I have a thing where when I see you get emotional, I run for the fucking hills. When I see that you're going there, when you're like upping it, and you're like the headshots start to come out, the monologues start to get.
Do you know what's awesome?
I fucking run when I see it coming because I can't take it.
Botox.
And then
Botox will save our marriage.
Why?
Because it'll make me emotionless.
No.
And then you'll see nothing coming.
No, the voice will
and I'll just be crying like this.
The tears.
And you'll see nothing because nothing's moving. And then we'll just stay happily married and Botox will save our marriage.
I'll hear the wibble. So you came out the other day. I don't remember where it was, but I saw the emotion coming. You started to wind up. Like it was like literally started to like ramp. And I took off. And then you did a thing where you said, here's the thing. Here's the fucked up thing. Because you're so fucking clever and smart. What did you say to me?
I don't remember
you said,
at all.
Oh, I see the emotion. Why are you leaving?
Oh, right? I see you're annoyed by my stress because I got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
And you were like, you do a whole like.
No. I quietly head out of town. I quietly get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, but you're like a rock.
I see that you're going there and I quietly get out of Dodge, right? I get out of town. Mm-hmm. Why do you bring it up to me about what I'm doing? You know what I'm doing. You're like, why are you leaving?
Well, because you're making me wrong for being overwhelmed.
But why isn't there anything on your end that's like
because people get overwhelmed.
But
why? Am I allowed to? Like, there's no benevolence from you?
This is an interesting point. I just want to stop for a second.
This is the crux of our marriage right here.
Want to get
this is
down.
the unresolvable, like when we file for divorce and it says, what is it?
Irreconcilable.
What is it called? When they
that's
say like,
that's how in tune with divorce we are.
Something differences?
Irrevocable differences.
Irreconcilable differences or something?
Yeah.
This is it. This will be it right here.
So you know that I don't want to see you go there when you get all emotional about life, right? I can take when you're really having trouble. Am I there for you? Really? Be honest. When you really need something, right? But when it's the surface kind of like how we all get drama, I don't want to be there for that because I know it's not.
So when
real.
you do it and I turn and walk away, is that cool too?
Yeah.
Okay.
When I'm being like my body's getting sick and I'm being babyish because I know that when
Because you
I
get
get
very
sick,
oy vey.
I'm a Jewish drama queen. When I'm a 9-year-old gay Jewish girl when I'm sick because I get real. And Jenna can be sick and she doesn't change. It's amazing. It's very admirable. I turn into a little baby, but I also get an understanding of knowing how annoying it must be for you. And I try to just lock myself in the bedroom and lock the door until I come back better. But when you see me going like cold because you're starting to ramp up to your drama and it's not real drama, but just shit. Why do you need to nail me to the cross? Why do you need to question me on it? You know, why don't you just...
Because I disagree with your disagreement.
Your route of how you disagree with me is the crux of it. Like, that's... When you disagree with something, do you realize if you disagree with something...
This is geometry. Okay, here's what I want. Here's what we're going to do.
When you disagree with something.
here's the real getting to know you after 25 years. I have a question.
Go.
I actually, instead of defending myself, I'm ready to surrender.
Okay.
White flag, Office Depot. But tell me what I should do. Because I want to know, I'm not allowed to have any stress or get stressed.
Of course you are.
But only the real kind, not the surface sort of like, it's one of those days. I'm not allowed to have those kind, but I'm allowed to have the real kind.
No. Let me answer your question.
Please, because I'd like to know what I'm permitted to do that's within your tolerance that will not send you running for the hills, and what I'm not. Like, I got what you don't like.
I got your answer right here.
Tell me.
Your Honor, may I?
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm not going to ever try to tell you don't be emotional, don't have stress. That's life. Life is wild and fun and emotional and up and down. It's crazy. Just know there's some areas that when I see it's just going there and I've got enough to handle. I don't need to handle your shit too, and it's not real stuff. Because if it's real stuff, you'd all drop everything. Just go, you know what? I don't need to lay it on him, and I don't need to make him stand there stuck to a cross with his arms fucking nailed for him to watch me. Just go, you know what? I'm going to be emotional and dramatic right now.
I think I'm just going to say...
And if he wants to walk away, that's okay.
No, because I don't like seeing your annoyance and walking away. That makes me have a bad day.
Oh, does it? Oh, does it? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Do you have a bad day? Oh, do you after you lay hours of emotion and tears on me, and I don't run with hugs and tissue? Does it give you a bad day after you leave and walk away, and now I'm stuck with all of your shit on my lap? Does it bad for you? Is that hard for you, sweetheart? Oh, I got it. I'm so sorry that it sometimes gives you a bad day. That's your thought. So,
are you done?
I swear to God, you just need to marry a woman.
Because what I'm going to do from now on,
yes,
when I feel that medium zone of stress,
yes,
that's the kind you don't like. The true deep stress where I'm like,
oh yeah,
shit, I need some help. You're right there.
I always am.
Or the like, hang on, I don't know. Stress with humor, you're fine.
And real stress, like I'm having a hard time.
No,
with
the
something.
bottom stress and then the like humor stress. But there's a middle zone of the core of the earth, the magma.
Yeah, it's the B movie stress. It's where it's like a B movie. It's where it's like a Lifetime movie of the week.
Okay.
Where it's like, can't take the postman always delivers the letters late. It's that kind of shit where it's like where the casting's like, okay, good, Jenna, I like your reading on this one, this whole thing you just did about how busy you are and how little sleep you've had. I'd like to do another take with you on that one, Jenna, where you maybe take a walk for a second and you come back and you're trying to handle it with, it's that stress where I'm like, waiter, can I just get the check real fast on this one?
Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So when it's B movie acting stress, Yeah.
I'm just going to excuse myself and go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then just whatever.
Okay. So
And I'm going to let myself have it, but I'm not going to do it in front of you.
good. Thank you for telling me that. You'll never do it. Oh, I know you like I know you. One thing about you
So
is
do you
that,
want the condition to change?
Jenna, I love you with
Do you see
all my
he's
heart.
complaining, and then I said
No.
I'm going to handle it.
Let me just say
he doesn't
something
think
to
I'm going to
everyone.
handle it. So what are we doing?
I love you so much, but you are a stubborn lady, and you don't make changes very easy because there's a part of you that's very confident and self-determined and very, you know how awesome you are. So because of that amazing ability, you don't take a look sometimes to go like, I need to kick that out, because you don't kick those things
What did
out.
I just say? You want me to go, okay, I won't do that anymore?
You won't. You still will do it,
I know, but I said I'll go into the bathroom.
but you won't. I know it.
Well, I'm stubborn, so I will.
Stay
Watch
tuned
me.
on the next podcast.
This is how he got me to stop smoking pot when I was a pothead.
How?
You use reverse psychology bullshit.
Wasn't
on me.
reverse anything. I just
Yeah, you said, I bet you can't smoke it for a week, and if you do, I'll give you $100. And I was like, watch me.
Did I give you $100?
And I haven't touched pot in 25 years.
25 years.
That's what you're doing right now.
I'm not
You're
doing
doing, no, you can't do it. I don't
just-
think you'll pull it
I
off.
just know that you when it hits you, I have my shit too.
Like, I can't control it?
yeah, and you need to show me.
What's your version of this?
Oh, when I get sick with or something, when I get sick, right? Or like I really need to good question. Okay, let me look. Let me give you an honest answer.
Because then maybe we can go, all right, let's work on it.
I agree with that.
Your version and my version, since we both don't like it.
Maybe you can help
Like,
me.
what do you think makes me run for the hills?
All right. Maybe you can help me.
Your
What
penis
makes
chasing me throughout the house. Your
Really?
erect penis.
I'm more than happy to go balls deep somewhere else. I'm more than happy to go give it a try somewhere else and see if
Okay.
it's wanted over there.
But you know what I mean. So
you
your
te-
version of the emotion.
You tell me. Well, no, my version of what makes you nuts. Because
Yeah.
this area of drama,
This thing that drives you fucking batshit.
it makes me nuts.
Okay.
Because it's not real.
Okay.
The real stuff I want to help you with.
Okay. So
What-
what's your version?
Why don't
of
you tell
it?
me what makes you
No.
nuts? Well, you would have never come up with this on your own. I had to help you. Or I had to.
All right.
Yeah, what a nice help I am by telling you. You give me your version of this that you just can't take. You just can't take. Because I don't even ask you for sex anymore. So you can't use that. Or I try to keep it down to like,
No, I want.
A real minimum.
I want to. I'm trying to be better.
I don't actually blame you for not. Like, I
know we don't have an emotion on that. Let me find the thing that like makes me go like, oh, God.
I'm trying to think too. God, because I'm pretty fucking amazing. It's so hard to think of. I think, okay. Ooh, God, it's a hard one to confront. I kind of have something.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, this is hard to bring up.
Oh, I'm so.
There are times
Okay.
where I get a bit fatalistic about things. If I've tried to do something or change a condition about something and it hasn't worked, I get a little fatalistic. And that's a little kind of yucky. Like, I'm like, it's never going to change. You know,
Yeah, or I'll make a suggestion like, I've tried that. Why don't
Yes.
you tell me something
Yes.
that I can actually do? I'm
Yes.
like,
it's really bad.
trying to help
It's really
you.
bad.
You,
Like,
you will come up with every possible. Like,
yeah. It's a little
rolling on your
Jewy
show your
drama.
tummy, your slitted wrists.
Same
like,
thing. Jewy drama victim. The world is like it's that.
Uh-huh.
And it doesn't happen all the time, but when it happens, I
But
can
it doesn't
feel
like
it.
make me
Oh, you
like
hate it.
make my sphincter lock
Oh,
up the way
you
yours
hate
did. No,
it.
I just walk away because I go. Oh,
No,
he's doing the thing.
you have been in places with people and you'll even say to other people how much you hate it. Even in a recent meeting, you were saying to someone like, he hates this or that you hate that. So I feel like I could get better about that aspect of like taking suggestions and having a little bit more. I'm a positive person. It's certain categories.
You should just find the funny. You know what would help me? Do you
Totally.
want to help me with my thing,
Yes.
or do you want me to just handle it?
I always want to help you. I love helping you.
Okay. So when I start going into Lifetime movie drama,
Yeah, B movie.
just like make fun of me.
Cut to
And then I'll pick up my pen and I'll stab you in the eye.
cut to the news where it shows the outline of my body and Jenna mugshot with mascara running and the newscaster saying there was 78 knife wounds in him.
No, but I don't mean me like
and
a
it took
dick.
7 neighbors to pull her off.
I don't mean be an asshole.
How you are not when you go into that mode. in a
No,
mood
but
to
it
be
would
made
help
fun
me
of.
if you not where you're evil about it, but where you have a sense of humor. Like, help me find my sense of humor in it. Just be like, oh, wait, I got it. Let's do a second take.
I have a better idea.
Then that would help me like come out of it and have a sense of humor about it. Not like when you're like,
rather
then you make his whole fucking.
rather than avoiding you beating the shit out of me, why don't I just leave? my earlier example.
Because I feel like you're abandoning me in a time of need when
Yeah,
you walk
you
away.
do think that.
I do. I feel like you're deserting a comrade.
Well, okay. How about like when I am,
and you're being selfish because you don't want the emotion.
because you don't want it to give you a bad day. Because I'm being selfish because you don't want it to give you a bad day,
I just feel like you can go like, fuck, I get it. She's overwhelmed.
dude. All the time,
Botox. It's the only answer I got.
all the time.
She's gonna fucking
How
inject
about-
that shit and freeze
how
my
about you
face up,
just-
and you'll never know what's happening with me. I'll just like it's like I get to
Ridiculous.
live behind a door.
That's ridiculous.
No one will know
That's
what's
it.
happening.
Why don't you just go somewhere else and do it, or let me leave?
Well, that's what I said. I was gonna go somewhere and do it. And you said you'll never do it.
We just did the circle on the podcast. You can stop the podcast now and go back right to the first 7 minutes, and you're right. You'll have missed nothing.
Do you want me to change it?
I don't really care. I love you.
You seem to care.
I just don't want you to nail me to a cross and be like, why are you leaving? What are you trying to, like, you try to get me into the shit too.
Okay, so how about I don't do it? Here's my 3 choices. I don't do it, or because I'm a human being and
You'll do it.
I err.
Yeah. Yeah.
I err.
Yeah.
I go into a bathroom and just sob in front of the mirror by
You
myself.
won't do that either. I think the realistic thing,
Botox.
no, is you just go, you know what? Bodhi doesn't like it. He's going to go. And it's not that I'm not going to kill him on it. That's the best idea.
Okay,
You know
just
what?
let you go. Just
Yeah.
let you walk away.
Yeah.
But then I feel like you're walking away with irritation, and I've now created a bad effect on you.
I know.
But
Again, it's about you. That's the whole point I'm trying to say. It's not responsible. And you're very big on responsibility. You're a very responsible person.
So what do I do? Help me. I have
don't
a
need to
blind
do anything.
spot.
You
What do I
don't.
do?
You just let me go.
So that's not very responsible,
very
right? Because now
circular.
I've made you in a bad mood. I don't want to make you in a bad mood.
I promise
So
you.
either you learn to tolerate my shit and I do my shit less, or not at all.
I don't know, dude. I honestly, my biggest solution is I think after 25 years of marriage, a marriage should be able to have, what do they call it after in England when you graduate high school before you go to college? What's that called?
When you travel?
You get a year to just go do something, to fuck around. Yeah, gap year. I need a gap year. I need a gap year. You listen. You kind of need a gap year too,
I really do.
because you know how.
Because you know what?
No,
I've been married to you.
I agree.
and I need a gap year.
I
I feel
agree.
like
Listen, I think you have it harder than I do.
I really do.
I'm just Jewy and yammer
You're
and
like
yap about it
squeaky
more.
wheel gets the grease. And
I agree.
am not squeaky wheel as much as you're
I
squeaky
agree.
wheel.
I'm 10 times
You're
more
pot
high
calling
maintenance.
the kettle black.
I am far more high maintenance. But you're clever, secret double espionage spy high maintenance. Like you have,
I am good. I think I was a spy in some other life.
like, because you have this thing where you're like, you know what you're doing and you know what I'm doing, but I'm very visceral and just straight like gut emotion.
You're just
and,
obnoxious.
Yeah, I'm straight out obnoxious. You have like
That's a woman. That's a woman.
you
We're
have
so
many
multi-layers.
layers to you where you pretend that you're emotional, but you know that it's upsetting me, but you want me to see you suffer for a minute, but there's a side of you that isn't even really that bothered by it.
Yeah.
There's so many. It's like a fucking. It's like a.
That's why women can multitask.
It's like a puppet marionetting a puppet. Like you're layered. You have so many fucking subtle things of that go, and that's why you're clever and you're smart and you're very good with things. But I'm like, I think it's like, I'm frankly like, I think what really goes on is like, I think it's a mastermind. I think you're a mastermind.
I am.
I know you are.
And you're just forthright with your bullshit. And
I'm
it's
just
annoying.
I'm crazy. I'm fucking outwardly crazy. I've said that a million times.
So what do we do?
Gap year. I want a gap year.
No, but then everyone will miss us.
Well, we can still do our podcast from like it can be a split screen podcast. Like
Yeah,
I'll be
we'll
in,
like Skype each other for the podcast.
I'll be like in Italy with cute Italian girls, and you'll be. Oh, you know how
I'll be in Jamaica.
Yeah. Well, no. You know how I always tell you about girls I have a crush on, and I'll say like, oh, there's this girl and I have a crush on her and this and that. You almost never, but you said one the other day, and you were like, I'm not gonna say who it is, but there's someone.
Yeah, you better not.
But there's someone that you have a crush on really bad right now, and you had like a visceral, like deeply turned on, physical, like you even said to me, and you were like, this is what you do, you're like, and like I was like next to his body.
Ew, no.
That's what you said. You're like,
ew, no.
You were like,
no.
You said like, and looking at his body.
That sounds like a guy giving a blowjob right now. That's what you sound like. Oh, like,
you were like, had a visceral reaction.
Oh, no, there's a guy who's so fucking hot, and I'm like sitting next to him going like,
That's what I just said.
no, you said,
You were talking about his body.
but it sound like that. That's dopey, weird.
How did you say it?
Oh, he's hot. I was like,
What did
I
you
was
say about
sitting
his
next to
body?
him. I don't know. I was just really attracted to it. I like wanted to like fucking get all up on that shit.
That doesn't happen to you that often.
I know. That's why I don't care. It's not a big deal. I'm not going to go do anything about it. It was just like, there's guys that I'm like, oh, wow, nice. And then there's ones that I'm like,
That got one. This one got you. So remember how the other day I was telling you about this?
Can't remove my attention.
Because you were like, it got you, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah, he's hot.
Remember how I said the other day, I said,
He's delicious.
I was telling you about a girl that I thought was hot, and I felt bad. Like I kept trying to turn it off.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
like,
listen,
what?
Listen,
Yeah.
so I was like saying, so there's this girl that I was.
We're driving.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, so I guess I got to tell you, I feel guilty. There was this girl that I was talking to, and she was wearing a kind of a sexy outfit, and I couldn't get out of my head, like, I could probably fuck her. Like, I kept thinking crazy. You know, you get crazy thoughts. You're like, in my head, I'm like, I bet I could probably.
I really hope for you that other guys out there are going, yeah, totally. Because
No,
otherwise.
no, I'm a happily married man, and I'm sitting here analytically thinking, I bet I could get her to fuck me right now. Like, I think I could probably do this. And then you, so you have the crazy thought, and then second later you have the thought of like, Bodhi, that's insane. Turn it off. And then you go back, and then you're sitting there with that girl, and the thought comes back. Again, you're like, I bet I could get a blowjob. Bodhi, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you even thinking about that? And then all of a sudden I'm looking at her tits going, God, I wonder if I can just get her to show me her tits right now. Like, these are the thoughts. So I was telling you
I
about this
understand.
because I felt totally bad, and I actually I started to go a little crazy with it. So I actually kind of like ended the conversation with this girl earlier than it may have been needed. Like I kind of abruptly was like, oh, I got to go. Okay, I'll see you later. Because I couldn't shut it off. And I was telling you about it.
And I was like.
And here's the thing. You're like, oh, that happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I'm like, what's.
You're like,
I'm always like going.
You were like, why do you try to turn it off? Why don't you just let it go?
I mean, just don't resist it. Meaning, don't indulge. I mean, don't even think about it. Just like, oh, that's hot. Okay,
I was a little
anyway.
shocked.
Well, I think that when you resist something and you get really serious
But
about
I felt
it,
shitty about it.
Because you've gotten overly significant about it. You're so serious and you're trying to resist the thoughts, and it's a bad thing to have a thought, and it's all this fucking craziness.
Because guys get a little deeper on it. Like girls can.
You think girls would?
But guys get a little more on the bodies and pictures and their head.
I just trust myself. So like, I'm never gonna do anything.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, totally. Samesies. Totes.
I think there's like times you look at people and you're like, oh, I wonder what that looks like.
I'm gonna
without
be
clothes
totally
on.
honest. I'm worried, like under the certain wrong conditions, like the ultimate perfect storm of conditions, I would be like, oh my God, I just got a blowjob from that girl. I can't believe it.
Oh, I see. Maybe
Like-
that's why you get more serious about it, because there's a part of you that actually is worried that it could happen.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that shit's never gonna happen. Like, I will never ever do that.
I believe that about you. I
And
believe
so
that about
then
you.
I'm like, what's a fucking thought? He's gorgeous.
I believe that
He's
about
got beautiful shoulders and skin. So I was sitting there having some food, thinking about what that would be like. And then I got up and left and was done with my food.
Yeah.
It was my dessert.
Not me. My thoughts trailed all the way for the rest of the day, and I was like, I probably could have gotten a blowjob, but why would I even think what a horrible thought? And then I see you, and I'm all sheepish, and then I tell you and confess it, and you're like, you don't need to tell me this. I don't
Like,
give a
yes,
shit.
and?
You're usually like, did you do anything? I was like, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't say one thing inappropriate. I didn't give one indication to the girl outwardly
I'm
by
so
my actions.
over your like obsessive need to be totally clean with me, which I really appreciate. But just Just be clean. Like, you don't need to like work so hard to have. You don't need to have fucking pure thoughts. Like, what the fuck? This is like, that's false to me. That you have to have pure thoughts, and that somehow you are a bad person if you think thoughts that are somehow impure. That's just like that's
some
like
long
a
gone
guilt of
long gone ideologies of guilt.
Actions are what is the deal.
Yeah, outwardly I don't do anything. I just sit there and have a conversation, and I stole some glances at her legs and tits.
Good. Because women are fucking beautiful, and we bring beauty into the world.
It's true.
And look at them and enjoy them and celebrate them and move on.
And absolutely. And then just get completely sexually frustrated because your wife is so fucking busy. So all you do is just lust and long for friends of yours that you see and have conversations with, and then just feel shitty about it the next day, and then just move on.
All right. Oh, that's you.
And gap year.